If Deku had Yuno's powers, part 5. And before I do get into it, you all voted that I should create $1 channel memberships. So I did go down and just click the join button. I just ask that you read it, read the perks. You don't have to join. Now, getting into the what if. Where I left off, Isuku just said yes to joining the villains. They untied his ropes as Toga immediately jumped to him and said, "Oh, I'm so glad you decided to join, or else we would have had to torture you until you decided to join." Zuko just sweat drops and he's like, "Oh, not daddy. Dodged a bullet there. I didn't have to go through that again. And it wasn't that bad of torture. Because I had mana skin on. It was just plain boring." Now, after this, they give him a villain costume, which is basically just a darker version of it. It's just a darker version of his, it's a darker version of his, Golden Dawn robe, so it's basically black instead of white. That's basically it. Now, after that, they start discussing plans and how they're going to invade UA. Suki thinks about this as he says, wait, they're going to have a training camp in about 2 weeks. They're like, wait, really? As Dobby just says, man, I didn't think you'd rat out your former classmates that easily. Didn't even trust you before. You have my trust now. Suki just thinks to himself, well, I already have most of their trust. It's just down to escaping. Now, 2 weeks pass as the villains are about to go. The villains are about to invade. Shigaraki tells Izuku not to escape or he'll kill him, which Izuku just says, why would I even try to escape? As they leave, Dabi starts to use his fire as Izuku puts wind into it to make a massive fire tornado. Dabi thanks him as the tornado goes and destroys at least half the forest as Izuku starts walking around looking for other people to supposedly help. This is where he sees Kota being attacked by Muscular. Izuku goes up to Muscular and says, "What are you doing? This isn't your mission. This means to find Bakugo." Kota looks at him and says, "Are you gonna hurt me too?" Izuku just looks at Muscular, like, with the rage in his eyes, like, why are you trying to hurt a kid? This isn't our mission. As Izuku's grimoire opens, Muscular's like, don't you dare. As Izuku just has wind creation magic, wind blade shower, as tons of wind, or blades, swords, whatever, made out of wind start to form, as they all go straight at Muscular, as he is flung off the cliffside as he falls to his death. Now, after this, Kota cowers in fear, saying, "Are you gonna hurt me too?" Izuku just looks at him and says, "No. Just follow me." Izuku starts walking until he finds the training camp, as the teachers who are there look at him and says, "Wait, aren't you the missing student that got kidnapped?" Izuku just says, "Yeah, but right now I'm with the villains Izuku whispers to them, "Yeah, right now I'm with the villains and I'm pretending to be one to get intel on them. But I ended up saving this brat here, so I guess you can have him." As Izuku just starts running off, looking for Bakugo. Izuku ends up seeing Bakugo and Todoroki fighting Moonfish. Izuku jumps at Bakugo, tackles him, and then uses his wind to fly farther away from everybody so they won't hear him, as he says, "Bakugo, I got a plan." Bakugo just looks shocked at Izuku and is like, "Izuku, where were you?" Izuku just says, "Well, my plan involved I got kidnapped with the villains, and then I had to join them to get intel on them." Bakugo just looks at him as if he was crazy. Izuku says, "You gotta pretend that I just kidnapped you. Okay?" Bakugo just is questionable about this until he says, "Yeah, sure." Izuku just picks up Bakugo and creates a rope out of wind. He wraps Bakugo up in this wind as he takes them to the villains and says, "Alright, I got our target." Todoroki and Tokiyami look shocked that Izuku joined the villains as they try to stop him, but it was too late. Izuku walked through the portal as he was now inside the villain's lair. Izuku puts Bakugo down inside a chair as they put quirk-canceling handcuffs on him, as Bakugo starts struggling to get out. All the villains congratulate Izuku for his nice catch, as they all start telling Bakugo to join them. Bakugo starts saying, "No way, I'll never join you," as the villains are thinking about what they can do. They just let Bakugo be for another couple days until they hear a knock at the door. This would undoubtedly be the heroes. All Might saying pizza delivery as he smashes down the door to see all the villains knocked out, with Izuku sitting with Bakugo drinking water at the bar, just sitting there as they all look at them, as All Might looks at them just cautious, like about to attack, as if he's not sure if they're villains or not. He asks them, "Young Bakugo, young Midoriya, what are you doing here?" Izuku just says, "Well, my plan was to join the villains after I got kidnapped, so I'd have to avoid torture, but I can also gather intel on the villains and possibly capture them all." Izuku also explains that he told this to Bakugo as it was a undercover mission. The only other heroes that knew this were Aizawa, who didn't tell anybody this, as Izuku just tells them that it worked perfectly as he was able to knock out and capture all the remaining villains besides the one on the TV. As he says this, a gray portal opens up to reveal a All for One, who has a syringe in his hand. He ends up sticking it into Izuku's neck as Izuku passes out. It had a sort of black liquid in it, as they all are wondering what is just got injected to Izuku, as All for One starts fighting All Might as Izuku starts to wake up but seems like he's struggling, as what seems to be a curse mark starts appearing around his face, basically kind of like Sasuke's curse mark, but it's making Izuku basically making him evil, so he doesn't have like any thoughts about the good person he was. So Izuku starts struggling against it as he ends up blacking out again, as while he was blacked out, his evil self took control and started fighting All Might, as Bakugo had to join in and try and fight Izuku, but the evil Izuku just said wind creation magic. Wind blade shower again, which was able to knock back most of the heroes and even knock some out. As Bakugo yells at him, "Suku, remember our rivalry! Don't let the villains take you. Don't let whatever All for One did to you consume you. You're my rival, remember, Izuku?" Izuku falls over unconscious as he once again wakes up struggling, as Izuku starts to remember all the things that happened. His grimoire, Sylph, or Bell the wind spirit. He remembers all the events leading up to this and his rivalry with Bakugo. This is when he gets full control again, as he just says, "Spirit magic, Sylph's breath. I can't say that right. Breath. It creates a huge condensed ball of wind, which was just Sylph's breath blowing, as it hits All for One, knocking his mask off, knocking him out, as he is left unconscious. After this, heroes surround Izuku as if they don't think he's good again, as both Bakugo and All Might tell them that he's not evil, as the curse mark thing that was on him, which is just like the flame curse mark Sasuke had, disappeared, so he's not bad anymore. So they say So they thank Izuku for their help with All for One as they go back to UA to discuss what happened with Izuku and what happened while he was gone. And that's where I'm going to leave it off, guys. Don't forget, please go ahead and just read the perks of the membership. That's all I ask for you. I don't really care if you do or don't, just asking for it. See you guys. Bye.